celebrate this culture?
So just in the last few days, I've had some interesting observations. Fabio and Dorian and I have been talking about how one achieves a level of competence in one's craft or one's art to be able to intuitively begin to develop ideas and develop methods and then promulgate them and apply them and test them, first test them mentally and then actually test them. But last night, there was a concert at Luzern. And on the program was Beethoven, Brahms, and for the encore, Mozart. 3 different mentalities, 3 different compositional techniques. Beethoven, sketches, drafts, and then a lot of experimentation. Brahms, psychological agony, inheriting the idea of Beethoven. His first symphony was on the program after the Beethoven Violin Concerto, and this was the symphony that he worked on for decades, worried, correctly, that it would be seen as the successor to the Beethoven Ninth. What do you do? And then Mozart, who just composes melodies, he just lives melodies. He composes through his mind, and then he writes down the piece. Completely different compositional style, no angst. Well, I think this works variously for all of us. And I think, in your case, the monastic rule, the hours devoted to meditation, the hours devoted to the offices, etc., provide a structure in which you can be innovative in your thinking. That structure is very important. For others of us, the invention is the starting place. And then the creation of the marketplace version of the invention becomes an effort, a big effort. How to make it all come together and work it out. The architect creates a building, creates a structure, and it's the rule set of the material or the setting, all the rest of it, that creates the opportunity to be innovative. And in the case of Lambda Biotech, it's a combination of informatics, biochemistry, applied biochemistry and medicine that provides the opportunity to create new solutions to our problems. So the structures are different. The compositional method, the generative technique is different in each case. And I think it's unwise to suggest that there is only one way or a limited number of ways. It's very personal. And I think it's possible because of the personal differences to do better because of the work of the virtual team and then the physical team in such a place as a convent or a collegium.
Personal culture to beware oneself as a creator, to find this word. We are not talking here as artists, I think, and we have to have a look now outside the world. And if you see what the world expected, then you have to bring good ideas, you have to bring something you have to earn something with, and you have to look for yourself. If we are living in the atmosphere, also the young people are taught, look for yourself, grow up, grab to yourself, make you rich, make yourself big, and beware your egoism. And we are now have to talk about to beware oneself as a human. A human means to beware yourself open for the needs of the others. And we do this reading the gospel. We are reading the gospel in our monastery. I want to talk about how do you do this in your own life? Because we are managers here, and all are looking how they can do in this battle we are living in the world. How can they beware themselves as a human in this world? And knowing about an architect who built a house for himself and created a cell of like a monk in his own house, 2 meters, and every day he got in this little room and he said, I have to be in this room because I have to remember myself every day, 1 hour, what I'm living for and what I'm living for. Because all the things they make themselves important in my life, I don't want to let them the king of my life. I wake up in the morning 5 o'clock. I wake 5 o'clock because my work begins at 8 o'clock. I need 1 hour in the morning for myself. What is your culture, your personal culture? Can you be fair? How do you do this?
At least I remember a management meeting in Engelberg in the monastery. And I was really happy for 2 days. Because I could switch off my agenda and hear a little bit more tight. And I feel every time, if I come back in those halls, totally different than to be outside. In my real life, we have families, and sometimes we make a little bit politics to have a different view of innovation. Because in the company, we have to do dedicated what the company needs to be competitive. Outside of the company, there is still family, some politics. You try hard to be part of your community, and that gives me a little bit of chance to have a bigger view about energy saving house, and all these things to bring architecture together with those problems. That's not so easy. It's a real problem. And if you see in Switzerland that our architect, rich architects, needs money, that's not the solution for everyone.
Maybe if I could start again, I would become a monk. No, but I think the important thing is, I mean, we all live, everybody has his problems, has his stress, I mean, from small to big, is the same. I think the important thing, and this is my solution to the problem, that every day about something I'm happy. Something I think, this was good, and I like it. No, something. Maybe it's a good meal, maybe it was a good personal meeting with some people in my office. Maybe I enjoy a car ride from one point to the other because I enjoy nature around. This, I think, is the recipe for me, maybe also for others, to live against these stressful days and full agendas we have to fight with. And the evening when I go to bed, I feel good. I don't feel stressed with this recipe.
I think I invest more than 20 years of my life just to arrive where I am now. Now I am without stress, or with stress very, very low, because I live very basic. I have a chance to have a very powerful family. I think this is the key point. You need something different. When I am in the family, I have some emotion. When I am alone, for example, every morning from 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock until 7 o'clock, I am alone. I have 3 hours just for me, to thinking, to dream. I make every day, because I like very much. I have the chance to be a lot on the travel. We travel every day to China, to India, to America, so I make hour and hour flies, so I can dream without end.
But if you wake in the morning at 4 o'clock, we get tired at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Energy.
Energy. If I go to bed at 10 o'clock in the evening and awake at 4 in the morning, I will get tired at 1.
Because you make too much life. It's energy, you produce yourself energy, if you are happy. I think it's very nice what Arndt said. We are very lucky men. First, we are in good shape. It's the first value. Second, I make one fantastic job because every day I create something new and something that the people need from me. I have fantastic partners in the company. I meet every day person new, innovative,